My name is Julian Cuevas. I'm from Spain. I was born in Cordoba, and I'm a professor at the University of Almeria in the southeast of Spain. The agricultural system in this area are changing quite fast. It was a very traditional farm system here taking place with a rain-fed olive tree and almonds and some other Mediterranean fruit crops like carrot tree. But because of the strong demand for olive oil, new areas are now planted with the high-density olive orchard, sometimes super high-density olive orchard, mechanized for harvesting. And now again, almond trees are gaining some popularity because it's becoming an economical alternative also. Well, we had a strong contrast about the system that we cultivate here, because the traditional farming was low-density olive orchard, most of them rain-fed or receiving occasional irrigation during summer, what we call SOS watering operation. It's just when the drought was very serious, very long. But at the same time, because of the change that I mentioned before, we are starting to see a very large area run by companies with a lot of inputs in the orchard, water, fertilizer, pest control. So I cannot say exactly which is the main management practice, because we had a very strong contrast in that. We had a strong need for soil improving cropping system because we have some specific soil threat. During this day, we have been discussing that we are in the front line of the desert. If we repeat what Game of Thrones say, summer is coming, be aware, you will be next. So we are here to stopping desert. We are in the only desert of Europe, Taberna Desert, and we had a very serious problem of desertification. Rainfall here, we can see, and we heard before, is less than 200 millimeters per year or 220 millimeters per year. Desertification is a very serious issue because at the same time we are having a worsening of the quality of the water. We have in some places salinization increasing very seriously. And because of the hot weather, not today maybe, but the hot weather, organic matter decline is very fast. So we are in the needs of facing all those soil threats by soil improving cropping system like deficit irrigation, management of irrigation, and also using cover crops and pruning residues. Yeah, we had two different experiments. We can think of them about like a bifactorial experiment with two sources of variation. First is irrigation management. We had the standard irrigation management that the owner has been carried out for years. This is also a deficit irrigation management, but continued. That is apply a standard percentage of water need along the year. And we are comparing that standard irrigation with our regulated deficit irrigation, in which we keep the same amount of water being applied, but changing depending on the critical period of the olive tree. So we are not saving water, but we hopefully will get some good result applying water in the most critical moment for the olive tree. And the second factor is soil management. As I mentioned, we had organic matter decline, organic content probably less than 1% here in the soil. So we are using cover crops. Here the management of cover crops is critical because in some periods it's becoming a competition, a strong competition for water. And we had also the chance to use the pruning wood of the olive and make chips of them and apply in the alley of the olive orchard and increase organic matter and improve also the structure of the soil. So we had cover crops, pruning residue compared with the minimum tillage that the owner have been doing for years. We are really happy to see that some cover crops are starting to grow even in this drier winter.